Okay. KTT, new episode once every 2 weeks. I am Drift. I'm joined by my co-host.
It's Zero. Wagwan Mandem.
Episode 21. To anybody looking at the screen when the podcast is taking place, you should notice some changes. To get me, we switched up the visuals a little. I don't know if we touched on it in the last podcast, but if you do, hey, we switched up for you. Get me? We care. So, this week, I believe we're going to be talking about some MHA, some Daima, as in Dragon Ball Z Daima for the uninitiated, you know what I'm saying? And then I believe the last part of the podcast is going to be more focused on like a local original content that we had thought up. You feel me? But without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to my dog, Zero. Introduce him, man.
All right, thank you very much. So, in the last volume, I should say, of My Hero Academia,
Yeah.
I saw some reporting that suggested that we're getting 40 new pages in the last volume.
Right.
Okay, so you know that's additional content, not included when the manga officially finished its run.
Yeah.
So that got me thinking, like, you know, what would you like to see in those 40 pages?
I mean, boy. We'll start here with this in it, yeah? And it's probably not a surprise to anybody that's been keeping up with MHA itself or been keeping up with the podcast, you know what I'm saying? MHA has left the podcast for a little second now for a reason. You feel me? That being, for a little while now, nobody's really spun back to really take in and try to like redigest what happened in the final chapter. You feel me?
Feelings were felt and we're just kind of like, let it rock.
Yeah. Like after this much time since the last chapter, you kind of understood where you sat with it, how you felt about it. You know what I'm saying? What you were cool with, what you weren't cool with. You feel me? But to answer the question, for me, I don't know necessarily what I would want to see in the 40 pages. You know what I'm saying? Like, based off the chapter, like the final chapter that we got, I don't know what I would want to see in the 40 pages. You know what I'm saying? For example, I could say, I would like to see some more character epilogues being fleshed out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, that's absolutely needed.
Definitely one of them.
Definitely
you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be mad at that. You feel me? However, with knowing how it ended, I don't know if I'm necessarily invested in wanting to know certain people's epilogues anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not really, because you kind of already know what they go on to do.
Like who? Like, one character is like, all right, cool. I'm like, I've seen where your shit ended. Yeah? I'm good after. I don't need to see anything else about you.
For me, and this, I don't know how the fandom, the MHA fan was going to feel about this.
All right.
Uraraka.
Okay.
Uraraka. The reason I say Uraraka is because the epilogue that she got and what she'll go on to do, that's pretty conclusive to me.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? That is pretty conclusive to me. Like, it's in line with like her character. It's something you can see her going on to do. So that's why I'm like, Uraraka, I don't need anything more beyond what like I was given for Uraraka. You feel me?
So no Deco waifu then, no?
I've never really been somebody that sat there really querying that. You get me? I'm not even gonna lie to you. When MHA ended and the way that it ended, I had my umbrage of it. I had the parts of it that I was cool with. And then I just kind of came to the conclusion I'm going to leave this alone for a little second before I come back. You feel me? So my investment weren't necessarily in line with any type of ship. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It was never really something that I was querying, looking at type that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why for me, it's kind of what I mean when I say, yo, I don't know what I'd want to see in the next 40 pages. Do you know what I'm saying? It's more so, my question is this regarding that, yeah?
All right.
And I don't know, like, maybe I didn't answer that question, your question, very like clearly. You feel me? But my response to that would be the 40 pages. I'm more interested in seeing if they can shift how I feel about the ending we received in MHA. Okay. Because the final chapter that we received for MHA, for different reasons, it felt very rushed. It felt very choppy. You know what I'm saying? Right, it felt like we were sporadically going on to like different little parts of the epilogue to try and force an ending message. You get me? With like the guy whose mouth was bandaged up being stopped by the old woman, that being a part of the ending, I understood the messaging you're trying to set up. Right. But you could have gone a long way with like further fleshing out that ending. You know what I'm saying? Like further fleshing out what that ending meant. You know what I'm saying? Like the importance of why the old woman stopping this individual at that moment in time was actually like very important for us to find them to see, because in reality what it's showing you is that it's as easy as that to stop the next coming of another Shigaraki. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just a bit of kindness.
Just a bit of kindness. You feel
and
me?
It's growth, because she if I remember correctly, she was the same person that ignored
Yeah,
Shigaraki.
yeah.
When he reached out for help.
when he reached out for help when he was a YG.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Understand? So that's her growth and society's growth and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I'm not mad at that beat itself.
Mm-hmm.
I would have just been happier if the message
Mm-hmm.
was better framed. You get me? Because it's like there's that, and then we shift over to Deku being an adult, you know what I'm saying? And like we shift over to like where everybody else might be in their future, you get me? And then we get a whole novel little message itself in the fact that anybody can be a hero with Deku and the little boy. You get me? So that's a whole like you see what I mean when I'm like, I get it. Like it felt very choppy, and it felt like the messaging, you were just trying to force a very positive ending message on me. You know what I'm saying? Which
that shit were bleak.
It was bleak.
That shit were bleak.
It was bleak, and that's why I'm like, I feel like the 40 pages, if they do exist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? What I would like is for like when they are revealed that they allow me to look back at the ending I received for MHA with new eyes. You know what I'm saying? With new eyes, new context. You feel me? Maybe with
a fresh appreciation for it.
Yeah, perhaps. You get me? Perhaps like a fresher, newer, different appreciation for the ending that I received. I'm hoping that's what I would hope that the 40 pages are giving me.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cool. So
did I answer that?
No,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
All
Cool.
right.
Just wanted to make sure because my thoughts are everywhere with that. I can't ever lie to you, bro.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So just all right, cool. So on that, all right, cool. So nobody's expecting a bad ending.
From what?
Right? From what we got.
From
nobody was expecting. I'm not calling the ending of MHA bad.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Do you think that anything in the new pages could make it worse?
Oh, bro.
So nobody's expecting it to be worse than what we got. Again, not calling it bad, to each their own. Much like you said, I had issues.
100%. Yeah, come out your feelings, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I don't love the ending the way you love it, tough, bro. You get me? You were saying
it weren't perfect, but yeah. So like, So anything in there anything that they could slip in, that the author could slip in, that you feel like would like absolutely bomb it. It's like, you just made it worse.
Believe it or not,
it
probably would be the inclusions, like the inclusion of some epilogues that just didn't go the way I wanted them to go. You get me? Like in a fucking twist of irony. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the question you asked me initially, I was like, it wasn't about epilogues for me. Do you know what I'm saying? It was more about how I'd feel about the ending. Whereas the question you just asked me, what I feel would make it worse is if you gave me some epilogues that I just think, yo, what the fuck is this, bro? You know what I'm saying? If you give me some character epilogues that I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is this? And why do I care about this in the last chapter? That would make the last chapter worse to me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Stain being a gardener or some shit, yeah?
Bro, listen. You get me?
Stain planting flowers.
When I say G, some epilogue, like serving me up some epilogues about characters that I just wouldn't give a fuck about. Respectfully, Mineta. Is that his name? Mineta? Respectfully, if you show me his epilogue, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's not gonna add to the ending for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Do I respect Mineta as a member of 1A? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You are a part of the classroom to me. You get me? But you, me, everybody who watches MHA is fucking kidding themselves and lying to themselves if you say, when I think MHA, one of the strongest parts of it is Mineta to me.
Nobody can ever say that. All right, cool.
My guy,
so all right, cool.
Listen,
so
contrarian niggas exist.
Mineta's epilogue on Mineta, trash. You know
what I'm saying? Like, contrarian niggas exist. You get me?
Man.
Like, who's Sugar Man?
Huh? Who's Sugar Man? The guy that eats sugar and he gets stronger.
Would I care about his ending?
Yeah.
Slightly more than Mineta's. Slightly more. Kota. Describe Kota for me again.
Kota is the
animal talking nigga.
Yes. Dr. Doolittle over here. Yeah.
I know. Okay, cool. So between him and Mineta, as much as I don't rate Mineta, at least Mineta, when he's on screen, you at least provide funniness. You get me? Like, you bring that to the episodes. Mr. I can talk to fucking animals and shit. Mr. I can talk to pigeons and squirrels and shit. My nigga, your contributions, both in engagements and to the anime overall, are kind of minuscule. I can't lie. Really think about it. How many times has a episode or a part of a fucking scrap been centered around the nigga that can talk to animals?
I can think of two off the top of my head.
Give me them.
Real quick. There was one when I think it was doing their training arc, so possibly after No, I definitely have to, because Deku, I think at this point had his like shoots and everything going up, the full cowling.
Which already means at that point there, you're grossly overshadowed, fam. But yeah, go on.
Of course. Yeah, Kota is still not holding a candle to any of the mainos.
Yeah.
But I think his ability was kind of vital to them winning. So I think they had to like beat like a teacher or something for the thing. So like way back there. And I can't go off the top of my head right now.
Which again speaks to my point.
Yeah, and I can't think off the top of my head again right now, but I'm fairly certain somewhere in the most recent, toward the end, definitely towards that point there was something centric about him like using the animals to do something. I can't remember off the top of my head now, but yeah,
bro,
he's not completely useless.
If you can't remember, it's up to the fucking 4, 5 Kota stands of the world to like tap in and let us know what we missed. Yeah. You get me? Like, my bad. Kota stands of the world.
To be fair, there's still 2 more of them than code stands, innit? So,
bro, listen, bro, y'all niggas just need to kick it.
I don't even need to bring my name.
You man just need to kick it. Code fans and Kota fans, I don't know what's good for you niggas, bro. I don't. You feel me? But yeah, no, that is how I'd answer the question.
Kota's a good guy. What?
Hey man, Kota's is he a blessed guy? 2 thumbs up, bro. You get me? Not a bad guy, bro. He can come through the cooker. He's cool. You feel me? It's just in the world of MHA. My guy, you don't move the needle much.
Minoma,
Mr. Copy guy.
Yeah.
Valid. I would want to see his episode.
You'd want to see his episode?
I would want to see his episode.
He's annoying.
I'd want to see his episode because of how his usage, I've seen him get used in MHA in ways that I'm like, respect the play. You feel me? I respect the play. You cannot show me moments. I can show you moments from him that you can't show me moments from Kota that rival.
Fair enough.
With ease. And that's why it's like, utility-wise, the way he's been using couple engagements, I'm like, fine, cool. And it's because he's the arsehole nigga that I'm like, all right, fine, I remember you, you're the arsehole nigga. You feel me? Let me see what I want for your epilogue. You feel me? That's what I'm like, I'm not too mad at that. Not too mad at that. You feel me? But that's really and truly my thoughts on MHA. You get me? I hope I kind of answered the question.
Yeah. So what I got from that is whatever comes up in those pages, you want it to enhance the story further, which we're all expecting anyways. More so you want it to give you a better feeling about the end of the series than what you got. More so than anything specifically that can be put in. You just want the new content itself to just enhance.
Yeah, like to recontextualize the ending that I received. You know what I'm saying? To kind of make me look at it and understand why it's not so. You know, I'm not gonna say so bad, but I can look back at it and be like, it's the pros more massively outweigh the cons. You get me?
Thanos me.
You get me? Yeah. That's all more like Ross. But that's all my thoughts on MHA. You feel me? Unless you have anything else you want to tack on the end piece.
Yeah. So you know the movies come out.
I don't watch MHA movies, niggas know that, but go on.
You're missing out some of the dopest action. But alright, cool. Yes, you're right. You don't watch movies. But that answers the question ahead of time, I think. I was gonna ask if you're planning to watch that, and if you are, like, what do you like? No. What are your thoughts on it? Because for me,
I just don't care. Outright, I have a reason. It's not like I'm just gonna drop the fucking. It's not like I'm just gonna say I don't care. I have a reason. The reason I don't care is because the fucking manga itself, the actual series itself, has finished. You know what I'm saying? And this particular villain just doesn't seem super interesting.
That's exactly why.
Doesn't seem massively
this is probably the only one that I'm not very interested in.
It just doesn't seem massively interesting.
The reason why is because
he's like some
manga goddamn ended. It's not even, I don't even think it's him. I don't even think he's the main villain.
I'm just like, but that's how you're angling it in the trailer. But yeah, go on.
Yeah. But the manga just ended, and you don't think you could do like a post-war story to kind of send us off? You gonna give me some what-if make-believe story where everybody just like normative, like that's set basically in the middle of the war? Which,
again, I feel like speaks to an issue with MHA. And then we'll really wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? It speaks to the issue of MHA. Like, at a certain point, it started to feel like MHA's author was just like kind of deaf to the fan base. Like, you stopped understanding what the fan base wanted from the work at a certain point. Because for this to be happening, the manga is finished. The main story is finished. And you're now dropping a movie pre that.
Seemingly. Cool. Because based on everybody else, it has to be before the final one.
Literally.
It has to be.
Bro, does that nigga still have a quirk?
Yeah.
Yeah? Has to be then. You feel me? So I'm just like, all right, cool, I guess.
I mean, he still had the vestiges of it at the end, boy, but to what degree? whatever.
And nothing was shown in the manga. You get me? Like nothing was shown in the manga of him making use of those fucking vestiges beyond like using them to go to Uraraka that one time. You get me? But yeah, cool. So yeah, longer segment on MHA this time than planned, but here's what it is, man. Conversation's conversation. Next up though, Daima, man, will catch you in the next segment. Love. And we are back for the second segment. You feel me? If you're still here with us, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Forgot to say it at the top of the episode, but I'm saying it now. Anywho, Dragon Ball Daima, my guy Zero. Let's talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, the first episode of Daima, we got like a 15-minute segment recapping the Buu saga.
It was crispy.
Huh?
It was crispy. It was crispy.
Gorgeous looking.
I ain't gonna lie. It was crispy.
Cool.
And I say that because niggas cannot say I'm a hater. I said, hey, I'm not interested in watching Daima, but hey, I'm not a unilateral hater. That scene was crispy. But yeah, go on.
Cool. So, fans are talking about Dragon Ball deserving a remake.
Deserving a remake.
Using the Daima art style.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that are slow your roll. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the fandom here. Okay. Slow your roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, ease up. You feel me? Because Daima itself is a new project from Dragon Ball Z. You get me? Which itself hasn't been completed yet. I feel like it might be a bit presumptuous to kind of hope for a remake of Dragon Ball. Is it Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z that they're asking for?
Well, that was gonna be the second part of the question, isn't it? Like, you know what I'm saying? So if we do get this remake,
all right, cool. Yeah. So I'll spin back around on that question. Cool. I think it's a bit presumptuous to assume that, like, on top of getting a new series itself in Daima with its animation and whatnot, that you're then also gonna get a remake of Dragon Ball Z, for example. You know what I'm saying? And it's because to a lot of people, myself included, the animation for Dragon Ball Z still holds up.
Fairly well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, right. it still holds up. Don't get me wrong. If they wanted to touch it up, would I throw my hands up in the air and be like, fuck that? No. No. Never mind at that. You get me? It's just, do I logically see that happening? Probably not. You get me? Probably not. I just don't see Dragon Ball Z being one of the I don't see it being one of the animes that is gonna get the remake looking, as opposed to just something new added onto it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Daima Super. You get me? Instead of remaking Dragon Ball Z, we got Dragon Ball Super. Instead of remaking Dragon Ball Z, we got Dragon Ball Daima. You get me?
Which remade parts of Z.
You get me? But they, generally speaking, don't look at Dragon Ball Z and think, hey, let's remake this. You know what I'm saying? It's It's always more so, let's create either a spin-off that adds on to it or another series that adds on to it. You get me? Again, the two examples I'd give are, hell, even the Battle of Gods movie the first time around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it itself was an addition to the universe at a time period where we hadn't had Dragon Ball Z in a cool second. You get me?
Nah. Last time before that was, I think, 2008 with the Yo Son Goku.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
And prior to that, we got no, it was Yo Son Goku and Son Returns first. Then we got Evolution, wasn't it? Because Evolution, I think, was like 2009.
I think we might have, yeah.
I think so right, Yo Son Goku and Friends Return first, then Evolution, and then, like, what, 2013, I believe it is, 2014, we got
Battle of Gods?
Battle of Gods.
Roughly around then.
Somewhere around that time there, yeah.
Yeah, roughly around then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, for me, when it comes to calling for, like, the remake thing, my thoughts on it are, you man seem to forget that we recently got Kai. You understand? And to my understanding with Kai is much closer to Toriyama's vision. Right? And much more manga accurate. Right. So we lost all of the filler and just basically got the shit that was in the manga anyways. You understand? Now, artwork is artwork.
Yeah.
You understand? Which Kai did address as well. You understand? They redrew some scenes and so on. So artwork is artwork. But much like you said, I don't feel like Dragon Ball Z, well, depends on where you start from really, but I don't particularly feel like Dragon Ball Z needs that kind of update. You don't need that remake. In the same way, like, you have a lot of man clamoring for, like, a Naruto remake,
which is equally fucking insane to me.
Exactly, because it's such a recent series.
Because
in the grand scheme of things, it's such a recent series.
In the grand scheme of things, it's a fucking recent series. But I don't know, maybe my fucking eyes don't work, but the animation for OG Naruto still holds up pretty fucking good by today's standards.
Probably. I think it's more just to do with stuff like pacing, because they have to like pad shit out. So like we were talking about last time.
Right, yeah, okay.
I think it's more just like because they have to like pad it out and weird pacing.
So then in that regard, are we...
I'm not talking about Naruto Kai. I'm not talking about Naruto Kai. Like I'm talking about literally what they're asking for is a Naruto remake.
So then just that quickly,
animation,
just that quickly. So then just that quickly, what we're talking about is to me unnecessary because to say that, and again we're gonna stay on the Dragon Ball Z one here, but to use the Naruto example, to say that Naruto requires a remake, I don't understand what the fuck niggas are like. What are you watching? What are you looking at? If you look at the OG Naruto, like outside of the pacing issues and whatnot,
and the extra filler,
you know what I'm saying?
That shit was egregious.
If you're saying that you look at that and you feel like the animation needs redoing, you feel me? That to me is crazy because the animation.
Come on, bro. You don't think you don't want to fix broke next Sasuke?
No, keep the fucking charms. You get me? No, keep the charms. You get me? But I'm like, cause
we're gonna a weird tangent.
Yeah. Go on.
Before I ever watched a single episode of Naruto, because I hated Naruto before I even saw it. Right? Why? Because I'm a Dragon Ball Z stan. Yeah. And any dickhead that said to me and tell me that Naruto was better than Dragon Ball, well, we're gonna have words, right? And I had a lot of idiots in school trying to tell me that Naruto was better than Dragon Ball. Then I watched I think it was like a Linkin Park AMV one time, right? And I just remember that one scene where they're at the valley at the end when Naruto and Sasuke are fighting, right?
Yeah.
And I think Sasuke stood on like a log. And Naruto does the multi-shadow clone jutsu, and they're all coming out the water shooting at him like Mr. You ever see the faces look on that? Oh my, I've always remembered, I was like, that's better than Dragon Ball. You man are fucking bugging. Yeah? But yeah, I just remember that as we were talking about that. That's kind of funny, but yeah, go
on. Damn, where was I? Naruto. So if somebody looks at Naruto, and again I'm using Naruto as the example for the Dragon Ball Z discussion that we were having,
right?
If somebody looks at Naruto and tells me that Naruto requires a remake, I'm like, to me, you're saying, cool, I want the animation to be updated, I want the visuals to be updated, and to me, I would disagree with that because to Naruto, the visuals for Naruto, OG Naruto, still hold up like very fucking well.
Fairly well,
exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're saying I want Naruto without the filler and the pacing issues, then to me that's not a remake. Kai? That's a Naruto Kai. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? I was literally about to make the same fucking through line. You feel me? If what you're saying is I want Naruto, like OG Naruto for example, just without the fillers, without the pacing issues, you want Naruto Kai. That's not quite the same as a Naruto remake. You know
I don't think you can do a Naruto Kai because of the way you might have made like the fillers where you've like woven it into the story. And I feel like it would be so hard to chop off some of the stuff. That's just my personal speculation.
But like the only reason I bring that up,
very tough.
The only reason I bring that up is because I feel like people do not understand the difference in what they're asking for sometimes. You get me? Because if your intention is for updated visuals and updated animations, you know what I'm saying? From scratch, no less, then you are very much talking about a remake. You get me? If you're asking about Naruto just without the fluff, that is a Naruto Kai. You get me? Like Dragon Ball Z Kai is Dragon Ball Z without the fluff. It's not a remake of Z. It's just Dragon Ball Z without the fluff. And I believe like a slight touch-up. You know what I'm saying? Like a slight touch-up. You feel me? Again, you wouldn't call that a remake. So to me, if I look at Dragon Ball Z, or Naruto, you know what I'm saying? If I look at Dragon Ball Z, I don't feel like Dragon Ball Z requires a remake in any capacity. You get me? A remake, I don't really see it. You get me? I just don't see it. It's not like, say, the One Piece situation that's going on. You feel me? Whereas with One Piece, the reason they're doing that with One Piece is because currently there's 1,000 episodes of One Piece. You get me? So to somebody who's trying to watch One Piece, it speaks to the pacing issue.
But it's all right, cool. But the thing with One Piece is right. It's not like all of One Piece is getting touched up. It's only the stuff from I think the New World. So going into like Fishman Island, all of that's going to be getting touched up. It's not the whole 1,000.
So fresh. Time skip onwards.
Time skip onwards, I believe. Yeah.
So okay, I mean, don't get mad. I can't lie to you. That is a bit mad. Yeah. But it would still serve the purpose of what they're trying to do better than it would if they tried to do it with Dragon Ball Z. Okay. You get me? Because if you're watching One Piece and you don't care for the fucking pre-time skip shit, you feel me? And you just don't give a fuck about it, then yeah, watch the fucking updated remake version that they're gonna drop. You get me? If you don't care about shit pre that, just watch that version. You get me? Cool.
But you're not getting anything new and you're not getting anything cut out, I don't think.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know about that.
It's not, One Piece hasn't really had filler like that. It's had weird padding and pacing, but it's not had any filler shit put in that would need to be cut out, really.
I would disagree. I myself would personally disagree. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to find them as a whole. You feel me? But
not the discussion for today.
Yeah. Not the discussion for today. Sure. But the point I was gonna make there is with One Piece, for example, if you have 1,000 episodes and all the clips you're seeing from One Piece on Instagram or whatever are from post time skip shit, and you don't care about anything pre that, then this new remake, whatever that they're coming out with, might be more to your palate. You get me? It's jumping in on exactly where you want it to start. You know what I'm saying? Taking in One Piece. So that's why I'm like, that works better. And again, I don't know the metrics of how that remake is going to be done. I don't know if they're going to cut shit out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You feel me? But for the purposes of this example, that would be a better example of what I think people would be calling a remake.
Wait. They are doing a remake of One Piece.
I swear to God they were.
They are doing a remake of One Piece.
Remake.
Yeah, so that would just make it into that. So you do everything up to Fishman in the remake shit.
Yeah.
And then you've already got, because again, they're not remaking Fishman and anything. They're just touching up the animation.
Okay.
You understand? So you have the brand new episodes, the freshly drawn stuff from like 1 to whatever to Fishman up to like Sabody when they leave.
Yeah.
And then everything after Sabody when they come back after the 2-year time skip. It's all updated visuals and, you know, cleaner, crisper animation or whatever the circumstances. So you get like a better experience than we got, you lucky shits. But and even then, bro, I was showing it to somebody yesterday, like within myself. I showed them which fight was it? I can't remember what's up, man. I think it was like Garp one. Yeah, son. Yeah, the Garp one. I was showing them. I was like, yeah, it's they asked me if they're still making One Piece, and I showed them that, and I was like, yeah, they just took it off air for 6 months to improve the animation. This is the animation that needs to be improved. You understand? Like, you know what I'm talking about, the Galaxy Impact and all that. Like, they took it off air for 6 months to improve this animation. Have you seen that shit?
That's what they took it off air to improve. That animation.
You know, that level of animation. Like, are you saying you're going to give us that?
Well, as in, like, the animation for, like, Galaxy Impact, like, that caliber of animation.
I don't know. It's like, because that's what I'm saying. So, like, that looks pretty damn good to me. Like, top notch. It's not movie quality, sure, but it's top-notch animation, to be sure.
Like, as far as One Piece goes,
what needs to be touched up in what we've been getting, say, since Wano?
As far as One Piece goes, I can't lie to you. If I'm using Galaxy Impact as the example, that's what I consider like peak One Piece fucking animation. So, I'm saying I consider that peak One Piece animation. You feel me? So I'm like, if you're saying that needs to be touched up, fucking hell, bro.
They didn't zoom in on that, but I'm just showing.
No. I understand. Okay, but like, if somebody was saying that that's the type of animation that needs to be touched up, then maybe
show me where. Explain
maybe
how.
I just don't know what the fuck good animation
show you
looks
working
like.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I just don't know what good fucking animation looks
clearly,
like,
bro.
You get me? But
fucking clearly.
To bring it back to the fucking Dragon Ball Z Daima thing, or rather the question, do I feel like Dragon Ball Z requires a remake?
Oh, Dragon Ball, and you know, the second part of the question was gonna be like, if you do think it needs a remake, where would you start? From Dragon Ball itself and work your way up, or then from Dragon Ball Z and then, you know, just remake Z?
I mean, me personally, I don't feel like it needs a remake. You know what I'm saying? But for the purposes of a discussion, we have a podcast. Come on. If I were to be amenable to it getting a remake, I'm good with Z. I'm good with you just remaking Z. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like, I'm good with you remaking Z, because I feel like even if this was to happen, having you remake Dragon Ball through, bro, going from Dragon Ball through to like the ending of Z, do you understand how much money that would cost?
Right, and this level of animation as well. We're talking like, years.
Well, I'm talking.
You're getting that shit sequentially. You're not getting that week to week for years. You're getting that shit sequentially. You're getting that
seasons,
bro.
Come on.
Thank you. Seasons, fam. The first 13 episodes, now the next 13 in 2 years, and so on. Every 2 years you get a new.
See, a nigga like me, bro, I was gonna be fucking damn, bro. Like that. Thank you for grounding me. You get me? I was gonna be like, hey, you man are holding it seasonally, like a 26 episode. Man said 13. Fucking hell, bro. You get me? Man said 13, and that's very realistic. That's why I'm like, yeah, no, thank you for grounding me, because I was going to be like, you're going to hold it seasonally, which means you're probably going to hold like 26 episodes or something. No, you get me? Because by today's standards, a season is like 13 episodes, gang. So if you're going to remake everything from Dragon Ball right the way through to the ending of Dragon Ball Z in a seasonal fashion, my guy, my grandchildren are going to be catching up with Dragon Ball Z with me. You feel me?
They'll see you on that shit before me.
Bro. bro. You get me, bro? But like, I mean, to answer the question, if you know what, yeah, this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. Yeah, I'll say this: remake GT, keep fucking Super Saiyan 4, keep Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but remake GT. The first half of that shit we don't need.
No. You don't remake GT, you reboot GT,
bro.
You understand? You reboot GT. You don't remake that. You reboot that fucking mess.
I'm like, cuz the first half of that shit we do not need.
So GT Kai then?
Yeah.
You can't GT Kai because you need the first half of the fucking shit to explain why they run into Baby and how. Man said no.
I don't.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Bro, the Galaxy
Adventure Baby just pulls up on Earth one day when Goku's off planet.
The Galaxy Adventure part, I don't need that. I don't need that. It doesn't add anything to my Dragon Ball GT. When I'm watching it, the whole Galaxy Adventure arc, that part didn't add shit to it for me. I'm sorry. You can slice out that whole arc. Keep Baby. You know what I'm saying? You can just slice out that whole dumb shit.
But I'm saying his whole shit is intertwined in the fucking Galaxy Search arc.
Which is why I'm saying remake. Remake it. Just get rid of the whole Galaxy, well, we're going across the universe bullshit. Keep Baby. Just remake how the fuck we interact with Baby and reach Baby. Because the whole Galaxy fucking running around, the whole Dragon Balls things, the early days, we don't fuck with Giru, but then Giru becomes calm, General Rule, all of them, I don't give a fuck. Fuck all of that. Throw that whole portion out. Fuck all them niggas. Fuck all of them niggas. Keep Super Saiyan 4. Keep Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Keep niggas like Baby. Just recontextualize and remake how we meet these characters. You get me? Because Sin Shenron, Omega Shenron, keep them niggas. Some of the fucking dragons, redo them niggas. Redesign them. We don't need them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like the giant mole one, fuck out of here. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there are a good part.
Turn this shit into a monster of the week type fight.
There are a good couple portions of GT that genuinely, I ain't gonna lie, there's my answer, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna remake some shit, if you're gonna remake Dragon Ball anything, nigga, GT. Because when I say GT, it is, bro, I get it. To the GT fans, to the niggas who bow for GT, yeah? It's a tough discussion to be in. It's a tough discussion to be in. Why? Because nowadays you have niggas saying Kaba can on-site the Don from GT. The Don, the guy from GT. Niggas are saying Kaba can, you get me? Gogeta, you feel me? There's that. So that's already a scrap, yeah? And then you have to defend a good, maybe 15 to 20 episodes of your series, bro. And it's just straight buns, fam. I can't, that portion of GT is so shit, my nigga. It's not even a joke. Bro, do you remember how long it's like Goku was in fucking Overworld for, yeah, getting his tail pulled out?
I think it was 3 episodes.
Gang. That's what I'm talking about. Do I want Super Saiyan 4?
To be honest. If I'm talking about things or the hell portion, to be honest. It wasn't super long, but I could, that was dead.
If I want that fucking, do I like Super Saiyan 4? Yes, keep that. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Yes, keep that. Baby, keep that. You know what I'm saying? The cool aspects from GT, keep them. But I feel like...
Don't forget the boy Majube.
Of course. You feel me? That's all the cool aspects of GT. Keep that. You get me? Just redo, the story. How the story's written, redo that. You get me? Keep some of the designs, redesign some of the fucking dragons, you get me? And just redo the story. Because the first 15 to 20 episodes, kind of buns, bro. When I say buns enough that you can really turn a nigga off watching the rest of it. You might not even get to Super Saiyan 4 if you can't make it through the Galaxy Art shit. You know what I'm saying? And believe me, it's kind of a slog. You get me? And that's what I'm saying. To the uninitiated.
Bon papa.
My bro. Hey, bro, are you listening? You know what, yeah? I hope I answered the question. You feel me? That's kind of my thoughts on fucking Dragon Ball Z getting a remake. You get me? It's kind of my thoughts on it. Do you have anything else you wanted to add?
Not on that particular topic. No, I'll just answer the question myself, really. I'd like to see it, but I don't feel like it absolutely needs one. And as for where to start, absolutely start at Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball came out in the 80s, so the animation is, quite old style. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like starting from Dragon Ball and working your way up would be the best answer, but we've already discussed that. That will take a very long time to conclude.
Yeah, it will just take way too long.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I suppose if you're gonna remake it with, if you're gonna remake it, and obviously Toriyama's gone, so you can't really do this anyways, right? But if you're gonna remake it factoring in all the new lore we have. You understand? Really so you can kind of flesh it out better, make it feel more full-bodied.
I'm not even gonna. Don't get me
wrong. Like I said, I don't feel it needs it, but if you're gonna do it, go hard or go home, innit? Just
the only reason I was because I'm upon thinking about it, I feel like that GT take I just had is actually conclusively how I feel about that question.
Yeah.
Like, if a nigga ever asked me which part of Dragon Ball I want to see remade, GT. You get me? And that's from me, Drift, to you, man, the GT fandom. You get me? Like, raise your voices, cuz. You get me? Share your energy with me.
At least he's listening to you. I hate you.
You get me? See? You see? It's me fighting the good fight over here.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. No, fuck all of that.
I'm not clapping, no, please. Fuck that. GT sucks, innit? Like, I'm gonna stand 10 toes on it, but GT sucks. Fuck off.
Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Sorry about the mini crash out. You get me? The mini crash out at the tail end of the pod. You feel me? That's my thoughts on Dragon Ball Daima. That's my thoughts on Dragon Ball Z and the remake and whatnot. You get me? Big dog, do you have anything you wanted to add?
Nah, we're good off that.
We straight? Say no more. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of KTT. This has been episode 21. I have been Drift.
And it's Xero.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Love.